Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video, and if you're new here, my name is Edward Smith and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, you and I are going to be looking at the top 10 best home studio monitors of 2020. So when putting together this top 10 list of the best home studio monitors of 2020, I focused on a couple of things just to kind of guide me through the process and make sure I don't miss anything. And what I focused on consists of speaker layout, speaker size, listening distance, and monitor connection. And what I mean by monitor connection is the difference between active and passive monitors, where active monitors have their own power supply and passive monitors do not. And another reminder that I am doing a giveaway to all my subscribers where I'm giving away a set of Avatone Mixcube studio monitors worth $300. So if you want to enter this giveaway, make sure you subscribe down below so that you have a chance of winning a set of these. Other than that, let's move on to the top 10 best home studio monitors of 2020. Lying in 10th place, we have the ADAM Audio T5V.
This is one of the most affordable ADAM monitors to date. The T5V is built around a 5-inch woofer and ADAM's UART unique accelerated ribbon tweeter. This Class D powered two-way design with rear-ring bass reflex is the smaller of the new T-Series designs. Sonically, the top end is very well tuned, while the HPS waveguide delivers a broad horizontal sweet spot. This contributes greatly to the overall imaging and separation, which is excellent. Although the cabinet is quite deep, front to back, the unit feels compact. The low mid-range frequencies could be more prominent, but this certainly isn't a deal breaker. And by setting the low frequency EQ to -2 dB, we achieved a much better result. ADAM's desire is to make the T5V your first ADAM monitor, and judging by what we've heard, it could easily make you a fan for life.
Lying in 9th place, we have the MULTIMEDIA ILOUD Micro Studio monitors.
A sister product to the original single box iLoud, this two-speaker setup is billed as the smallest active studio reference monitoring system in the world, and is designed to be used in small, makeshift working spaces. iLoud Micro Monitor certainly has the look and feel of a downsized proper monitoring system, rather than a posh pair of consumer-level computer speakers. Appearance-wise, the speakers have an appealing roundness to them, and are reassuringly weighty, though they're certainly small and light enough to be carried around. There's a cable connection between the two of them, with the left-hand speaker housing all the controls and connectivity options.
Lying in 8th place, we have the MACKIE XR624 studio monitors.
Mackie's HR series professional monitors have over 20 years on the clock and many fans, but at over $1,000 a pair for the 6-inch HR624 MK2s, they're not cheap. The new XR series shaves roughly a third of that price tag and delivers a new rear ported design with Class D amplification. Bear in mind that the HRs use a passive radiator panel and Class AB amps. Despite its less impressive bass extension, the XR624 is particularly revealing for guitar-heavy tracks, and this can be a tough test for even the best monitors.
Lying in 7th place, we have the Fluid Audio FX8 studio monitors.
Fluid Audio says that it prides itself on the importance of speaker imaging. Its goal is to present a realistic soundstage where you can pinpoint and place each instrument exactly where you want it to be in the mix. A dual concentric design doing its work ought to achieve that goal, and when listening to some mixes on the FX8s, it doesn't become apparent that there's a nicely detailed soundstage. There is a very good sense of sound location across the stereo spread, as well as a decent sense of space back to front. Mixing a track using the FX8s, we were able to clearly hear instruments as we panned them into position. Clarity of sound is very good across the frequency range, and the 8-inch woofers combined with the port will give you plenty of bottom end. Although, if you think it's too much for your situation, there's no bass cut facility to help sort it.
Lying in 6th place, we have the YAMAHA HS5 studio monitors.
The YAMAHA HS5 series are reference speakers which are built solely with mixing and monitoring in mind. There's no Bluetooth or graphic EQ, and room correction is basic at best. For sheer accuracy, however, they're hard to beat at this price range. Get your mix right on these and it'll sound fantastic anyway.
Lying in 5th place, we have the EQUATOR Audio Research D5 studio monitors.
The EQUATOR D5S are much smaller than the Q series, but maintain the design aesthetic. Sound emanating from a single point source shouldn't exhibit the sort of mid-range phase distortion that a traditional two-way monitor design can introduce, when the audio split at the crossover collides when radiated from the separately located tweeter and woofer. EQUATOR believe that no two transducers have even been manufactured with identical output characteristics, and that, without the left and right speakers having the same characteristics, image shifts will occur in the stereo field. That's where some of the DSP comes in, to provide accurate voicing for each individual monitor.
Lying in fourth place, we have the GENELEC 8010A studio monitors.
At the smallest end of the GENELEC 8000 bi-amplified monitor series is the 8010As. Though relatively light at 1.5 kilograms each, the 8010As are solid thanks to the die-cast aluminium enclosure, with metal driver grills to prevent damage in transit. Portability is key, with power and input sockets neatly tucked in at the rear. They come with a tiltable isopod rubber stands attached, simultaneously taking care of access angle and transmission reduction. They feature standard 8000 series mounting sockets for a variety of options, from truss hanging to floor stands.
Lying in third place, we have the HEDD Type Audio 20s.
As a newcomer to the studio monitor marketplace, the Type 20s have a sleek, futuristic, somewhat dinky look, but their cute size is in no way indicative of their sound. With a frequency response of 32Hz to 50 kHz, their front-ported 3-way design, 7.2-inch woofer, 4-inch mid-range driver and 1-inch air motion transformer tweeter kicks out a scrumptious full-range presentation that completely blew us away. The best high-end all-round studio monitors out there right now.
Lying in second place, we have the Focal Shape 65 studio monitors.
Available in 40, 50 and 65 flavors, the latter of which we're reviewing here, the shapes from Focal, now sit between their budget-friendly Alpha series and the Solo 6B, another 6.5-inch two-way monitor in terms of price. Aesthetically, the shapes are an interesting departure from Focal's other designs. The main speaker cabinet is black painted MDF with a luxurious walnut veneer, appearing less studio spaceship and more high connoisseur. In fact, they look just as at home in a domestic cinema setup as in a production environment. Interestingly, the shapes are non-ported with a dual 6.5-inch passive radiators, one on each side of the monitor.
Lying in first place, we have the ROKIT RP7 G4 studio monitors.
If you've ever stepped foot inside the studio domain of an electronic music producer, the chances are you're familiar with the famous yellow speaker cones of KRK. The ROKIT series, now in its 4th generation, is the Gibson-owned brand's affordable near-field range and has a selection of neat features which make it worthy of note. For starters, the G4 range is amongst the first monitor series at this price bracket to include a graphic EQ function on the speaker itself. Inbuilt digital signal processing offers a suite of tools, including a room analyzer to ensure the speaker's output compensates the space you're mixing in, for any dead zones or sonic blind spots you may be unwittingly harboring. Some of the best studio monitors for smaller studios and ideal for anything bass heavy.
So that's the end of this video of the top 10 best home studio monitors of 2020, and just a reminder to my subscribers that I am still giving away an Avatone Mixcube studio monitor, and if you're not a subscriber already, make sure you subscribe so you have a chance of winning this monitor because it's worth $150. But otherwise, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe down below anyway, and I will see you for another video next time.